While there are many new and ambitious Disney films, the firm is also redoing some of its classic animated classics. The list of live-action remakes continues to grow, including Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, The Lion King, Mulan, and Dumbo. Hercules is the next figure to be given a modern makeover. Guy Ritchie, who helmed the 2019 version of Aladdin, will direct, according to Deadline. Here are some of the actors that are expected to appear. To begin with, consider Hercules. Joel Kim Booster. Hercules is a young, smart, and slightly stupid, bohuncular slab of butt steak with no personality except from his ambition. And although naive bohunks are easy to find in Hollywood these days, hello MCU, it may be more sensible to locate a humorous actor with the acting abilities to play a cute cartoon hero. Here we have Joel Kim Booster, who appeared in the most recent Hulu film, Fire Island. Booster debuted in the entertainment business with the online series Cam Kardashian in 2013. He is now established a successful career as a stand-up comedian, writer, and comic voice actor, appearing on programs such as BoJack Horseman, Big Mouth, Bob's Burgers, and American Dad. Booster has a terrific sense of humor, a physique worthy of the moniker Hercules, and some razor-sharp comedy abilities. Next, we have Megara, played by Lizzo. Megara is a sarcastic singer who is also very funny. She is a Hades servant who was hired to put a stop to Hercules' journey. She was prepared to shatter Hercules' heart, yet she finds herself falling in love with the jerk regardless. There's no need to go any farther than pop star Lizzo, who can scream out a fantastic rendition of I Won't Say I'm in Love. Furthermore, she will guarantee that a Disney film moves away from being too pure and towards something with a bit more edge to it. The 1997 film Hercules is as clean as a whistle. Lizzo's mindset may be able to mitigate it. Lizzo has just 2 film credits. She provided her voice in the Ugly Dolls movie, and she had a small but magnificent part in Lorene Scaffari's excellent film Hustlers. The time has come to bring her to the notice of people who go to the movies. The only thing that seems improbable about this is that Lizzo would accept directions from anybody. Following that, we have Hades, Jason Mantzoukas on our list. Jason Mantzoukas, noted for being a perpetually welcomed gadfly in the area of comedy, has almost definitely been involved with any comedic venture that you are already aware of. Look it up because Mantzoukas is in it. Bob's Burgers, Big Mouth, Dickinson, Community, John Wick, Batman, Gilmore Girls, the X-Men universe, Star Trek, and even Tommy Lee's penis have all featured him. There is nothing the guy cannot or will not do. He infused his own irrepressible personality to every role he does, and he does it in a manner that is easily identified as Jason Mantzoukas' acting approach. If that's the case, why not the underworld's ruler? When the novella initially came out in 1997, Hades was represented as a quick-witted celebrity agent who spoke about schmoozing and kissing. Mantzoukas would lend an additional degree of boldness to the role, as well as an element of anarchy that, to be honest, all of us could use more of in our lives. Philoctetes. Matt Berry is up next. Matt Berry is one of the few comedians who can make any speech entertaining just by the manner in which he delivers it, and he is one of those few comedians. Berry's simple greeting of good morning may move you to tears. Berry's work on the raunchy vampire mockumentary television show What We Do in the Shadows garnered him the distinction of Best Actor for numerous years. Also, every actor is the best actor on What We Do in the Shadows. Berry is no stranger to odd gigs, having played both a space dolphin and another Greek deity, Neptune, in 2 separate SpongeBob SquarePants films. She also provided the voice of Plankton in the series. He is also familiar with both Disney and revisionist fairy tales, having appeared in Disney's ponderous Christopher Robin film. The former is represented by Snow White and the Huntsman, while the latter is represented by Christopher Robin. He even gave narration for the Book of Boba Fett. Taking up the role of a satyr seemed to be the next natural step. Why not just cast Berry in the role of Hercules as well, and as Hades in the part of Megara? He would do it. Following that is Zeus, played by John Waters. According to legend, Zeus was a giant old pervert who transformed into animals in order to seduce and mate with human women. He accomplished this by taking on their form. Monogamy was the farthest thing from his mind, and he was far from anyone's concept of a warm and fluffy father figure. Disney attempted to depict Zeus and Hera as loving parents in the 1997 film. Everyone who knew anything about Hesiod's theogony thought this was a ridiculous representation and found it amusing. So let's give Zeus a little dirt by casting John Waters, the self-proclaimed Pope of Trash. Waters, who is now 76 years old, has not appeared in a film since Alvin and the Chipmunks, The Road Chip, in which he played himself and sat next to Alvin on a plane. During that situation, Alvin disclosed that he had watched Pink Flamingos, which has its own specific brand of lunacy. Moving on, James Hetfield and Lars Ulrich as Pain and Panic, respectively. Hercules contained a slew of charming animal sidekicks, the most noteworthy of which being the small demons Pain and Panic, who serve as Hades' henchmen and hench creatures, respectively. It was evident that the casting was going to be excellent as soon as Bob Goldthwait and Matt Frewer were cast in their respective parts in the film. However, an update is necessary, and when it comes to bickering demons who spend a lot of time with death but also argue a lot, James Hetfield and Lars Ulrich of Metallica, the most successful metal band of all time, are perfect. In the documentary Metallica, Some Kind of Monster, which was released in 2004, the band was shown going through group therapy and was pushed through their mutual resentment by their producer, which eventually led to the band staggering their way into the album Saint Anger, which is easily the band's worst album. Furthermore, marketing and the experience of having one's work mistreated by marketers play important parts in the storyline of the 1997 film. If you're acquainted with Lars Ulrich, you're probably aware of his epic dispute with Napster and the money he was losing from file-sharing sites back when they were in vogue. If Ulrich bought hurt goods, he would be sending a very different message than if Matt Frewer did. The Muses. BTS is up next. Even though BTS only has 7 members, Jungkook V, Jimin, RM, J-Hope, Suga, and Jin, there are 9 muses, which is 2 more than in the 1997 Hercules film. Also, although the gospel music in Hercules was good, it was an odd aesthetic decision that had nothing to do with Greek mythology in any way, shape, or form. True, BTS would not authentically reflect Greek history, yet being the most famous K-pop band in the world, they could surely provide the gloss required for a novel about a protagonist who wishes to be a legendary hero. Those BTS guys are sizzling like it's summertime. As quickly as feasible, have them cast in a Disney film. If you had your choice, who do you think would be a better match to narrate a Disney film? Finally, why is Netflix losing subscribers? First and foremost, what is the source of this decline in subscribers? There might be various explanations. Remember the battle in Ukraine that has raged for months since Vladimir Putin sent the Russian army to assault the sovereign nation. Netflix, like many other companies, did what it could to assist Ukraine, which in this case included suspending service in Russia. There are nearly 150 million people in that region. Thus, subscription numbers will undoubtedly decrease. There's also the fact that Netflix now faces much more competition than it did before. Until recently, Netflix was the only company that charged a monthly subscription to stream TV and movies into people's homes. Those days, however, were not to last. The ring is now so crowded that delivering a strike is tough. There includes access to Disney Plus, HBO Max, Paramount Plus, Apple TV Plus, Amazon Prime Video, and even Peacock. For many years, Netflix was the only game in town, but customers now have other options for streaming content, many of which are less costly than Netflix. Subscriptions will very probably begin to dwindle. Despite these obstacles, Netflix is by far the most popular streaming service. Again, we're talking about a 221 million person worldwide subscriber base. That is more than twice as much as its nearest rival, Disney Plus, around 87.6 million subscribers for the record. Even if it loses millions of members in the next years, it will take a long time to be overtaken. That brings us to the conclusion of our video for today. We hope you had a good time. Make sure to press the subscribe button on your way out. Thank you for your time.